A lot has changed for Free Fire in 2025. It's celebrating its 8th anniversary, and the game is still pulling in millions of players every day. The classic fast-paced battle royale gameplay is still at its core, with 10-minute matches and 50 players vying for that booyah. The game remains a go-to for mobile gamers looking for a quick, action-packed experience. What's new this year? Free Fire has been keeping things fresh with major collaborations, like the recent tie-in with Naruto, and even a surprise crossover with Netflix's Squid Game for its 8th anniversary. The esports scene is bigger than ever, with a major presence at the Esports World Cup and new competitive formats like double elimination points and a champion rush. However, not everything is perfect. Player reviews point to persistent issues like bugs, server instability, and network errors. Some also feel that the balance of certain weapons and character skills is off, creating an unfair advantage for some players. The issue of hackers and unfair matchmaking also continues to be a point of frustration for the player community. Overall, Free Fire in 2025 is a game that is still thriving, but welcome to the chaotic world of Resident Evil 6. This game is a roller coaster, and whether you're screaming in terror or in frustration is entirely up for debate. Capcom's ambition here was massive, giving us not one but 4 interwoven campaigns starring fan favorites like Leon S. Kennedy and Chris Redfield, and new faces like Jake Muller. The game is a pure action spectacle. You can now shoot while moving, slide, and take cover. This shift away from traditional survival horror is what initially alienated a large portion of the fan base. Instead of careful resource management and tense exploration, you get bombastic set pieces, explosions, and a whole lot of quick-time events. The story is a convoluted but intriguing web of narratives that intersect in clever ways. While it can feel like a B-movie in its delivery, seeing the same events from different perspectives is one of the game's high points. The co-op gameplay is another standout feature, making the over-the-top action a fun, shared experience. However, the game is heavily criticized for its poor pacing, an overabundance of quick-time events that often lead to cheap deaths, and a general lack of cohesive direction. Some campaigns are much stronger than others, and the constant shifts in tone can be jarring. Resident Evil 6 isn't a good Resident Evil game, at least not in the classic sense, but as a ridiculously over-the-top blockbuster action romp with a buddy. REANIMAL is here, and fans of Tarsier Studios will feel right at home. The game, a spiritual successor to Little Nightmares, doubles down on the dark, unsettling atmosphere and grotesque character designs that made the studio famous. This time you're not alone. The co-op gameplay, a major selling point, has a shared, directed camera that effectively ramps up the claustrophobia and tension. Whether you're playing with a friend or letting the AI control your partner, the sense of dread is palpable. You'll be exploring a hauntingly beautiful, fragmented island on foot and by boat, piecing together a story told mostly through the environment. However, the game isn't without its criticisms. Some reviewers have pointed out that while the co-op is a welcome addition, the core gameplay loop of stealth, platforming, and puzzle solving can feel a bit too familiar. The game's narrative, while moody and interpretive, has left some players wanting a more concrete story, particularly after so much anticipation. Despite these minor quibbles, REANIMAL delivers on its promise of a truly terrifying adventure. It's a must-play for horror fans and a strong entry in the genre, proving that Tarsier Studios hasn't lost its touch.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos.